Shabbat Shalom, Temple Sinai. This week our Torah portion brings us the end of the 10 plagues, and we get this final plague that we all learn about and know about, the killing of the firstborn. Just before that, the Israelites are instructed to borrow gold and silver from their friends, their neighbors, the Egyptians. And the text relates that the Egyptians all of a sudden were able to see the Israelites favorably. And it's a really fascinating paradox. On the one hand, if they're willing to see the Israelites favorably, then why couldn't they get rid of the institution of slavery right then? And if they were willing to see the Israelites favorably, why couldn't the Israelites just leave then? So it was favorable enough to be able to loan them gold and silver, but not favorable enough to actually allow them to live. And so much of that repeats actually still in our modern world. We're okay with the other as long as they're over there. We might even be nice to them when we encounter them. But when we see them in our own daily lives, are we really willing to welcome them and invite them in, or do we still sort of keep them distant? And so this short little model about borrowing the gold and the silver, this short little story comes flying through in modern America. How willing are we to see the other favorably? And how far does that favorability last? How far does it go? These are powerful questions for us to ask in times when we're not doing well as a country with viewing the other, when we're wrestling with how to treat people of different races and ethnicities and religions the same and to treat them all equally and kindly. The Torah text gives us a really powerful insight into the human condition. We can see people favorably, but if we want real equality, full equality, we've got to work for it. And so the Israelites had to work for it more with the plagues, and then the whole Exodus journey, the Egyptians had to work for it. People had to suffer. It was a much more difficult process. And that becomes our task. If we want to make our world truly equal, we've got to get to work together to make sure that all of us are treated equally, that all of us are viewed favorably, and that all of us can see the other not as something different and other, but rather as a reflection of ourselves, carrying the same holiness that we give to each of our own. I hope you'll join us for Shabbat services. Friday evening we are on Zoom at 7 o'clock, and we hope you'll join us for that. Saturday morning, the morning minyan is on Zoom. We'll be celebrating the bar mitzvah of Xander Lieberman in the sanctuary, and that will also be available on Zoom and on YouTube. The rest of all the temple activities right now are online. So Sunday morning next door, the Hartman class, Parshat Shavua, all of the things during the week are online for now. Contact the temple and we'll give you all of the Zoom connection info. And we hope you're doing everything to stay safe and healthy. The current variant is one that is highly easy to catch, but we hope that everybody's staying healthy and we're doing our best to keep everybody distanced so that we can all stay as healthy as possible. For now, I hope this Shabbat is a time to consider otherness and how we can break those barriers and the things that divide us from others, and instead look out at the world with favorability, with kindness, with compassion, and with a willingness to give. Shabbat Shalom for now. Look forward to seeing you, at least online, soon.